Alright, so here we are as part of my ongoing initiative to release some more First Thought content to you guys. With, my reaction to the now 5-day-old, I assume this is the final trailer for Disney's Percy Jackson, the new TV show. And, man, I'm excited about this. I started watching this one and I'm like, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to turn it into content to try to make my channel more relevant again. Or something less cynical than that. I have a long history with this franchise. I came into reading the books later than I should have, demographically speaking. But I still love them anyway. I love mythology, and Greek mythology is one of the ones that I've always been drawn to. Which, makes me super unique. Actually, I really want to see something done with the Coyne Chronicles. Those kick ass. And I even made a whole video years and years ago, begging everybody to give the Sea of Monsters movie a chance to try and come in and fix what the first movie did wrong. And it did in a couple of ways, but between a low budget and the fact that somebody somewhere decided they needed a proper climax, it ended up just making things worse in the end. Even though I do think it's a worse movie than the first one, but it's a better adaptation, if that makes any sense. But I've been really excited about this from the start. It's one of my favorite franchises, and I really want to see it done well, right? And this is another one, like Netflix's adaptation of One Piece, for example, where the original creator was involved in the entire process of making it, and One Piece was good. Like, I liked it a lot. There are definitely some things I feel like it could have done differently and probably should have. But I understand why the changes I'm talking about were made. And it was a good show. Like I think even in some ways maybe better than the original, because it doesn't have some of those Japaneseisms that work their way into Japanese anime of characters. What's the YouTube way of saying this? Characters getting a little too excited around pretty girls, which is a thing that even the original plays very much for gags. It's questionable whether or not most of it even happens to the degree that we see it on screen. And the characters who react that way, I firmly believe that if the female characters just sat him down and said, "Hey, I want you to stop," that they do it. They're those kinds of people, but it's still a little awkward, right? And the Netflix adaptation didn't have that. It had the most we got of that was just Sanji sweet talking Nami a little bit, which ended up being, I think, cuter than anything else. Not that he was cute; her reaction to it was cute. Because I'm starting to review One Piece. I need to stop because I could go on about One Piece for hours and hours. We're talking about this and the similar circumstances behind its creation relative to that series. And man, could a trend be being set? Maybe, because this, again, I only started watching this. I got to here-ish in the trailer, maybe a little further than that, I don't remember. And I've seen the other promotional stuff. This just looks like it's going to be great. It's a little problematic that it's on Disney Plus, but we'll talk about that at the end of the video. I hope this sets a good precedent, especially because I'm still hoping my books will get made into movies someday. They're not going to, but I hope they will. I really wish they would, and if they do, by some miracle, I'd like the precedent to be set that I should be involved in that, because I think that'd be fun. Anyway, getting on to the trailer. Yeah, this is just official trailer, okay. I guess the other ones were technically teasers, weren't they? Ooh, I need to watch that. Yeah, here we go.
Perseus.
A little loud.
That's me.
This is the cutest thing. Okay.
That's who you're named after.
Because he was
We got an even younger version of Percy here, and he okay, the main actor for Percy in this, he looks great. This kid looks great too, and he looks like The other guy scaled down. It's so good. So good. And I love this, that they're baking this in, it's seemingly as early as possible, the reasoning behind why Sally went with the name Perseus.
Mm-hmm. That's who you're named after.
Because he was a hero?
Because he was brave and kind and against all odds, he managed to find his way to a happy ending.
So powerful, man.
I'm used to the world feeling weird to me.
Okay, what was her name? Nancy something? Is that supposed to be her? She's not how I pictured her at all.
Like a puzzle with half their own pieces. But lately, it all feels different somehow.
Percy, you are
okay, I don't think we ever got a scene like that in the books. It's been a while since I read Lightning Thief. I'm hoping to have time to reread it before this comes out in like a month, right? But I don't think there's a scene like this in Lightning Thief where he like looks out and sees a Pegasus on a building, but excuse me, hopefully I remember to cut that out. We did have, like, if I'm not mistaken, like him thinking about some times where he saw weird stuff, but nobody else seemed to be reacting to it, and because he's a little kid and he takes his cues from the adults around him, he didn't react to it either. So this is probably a stand-in for that. And that's a black Pegasus, man. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be him for sure or not, but that is definitely a Blackjack Easter egg, and Blackjack is maybe my favorite Percy Jackson minor character, so I'm very excited about that.
You are special when you're ready to hear what the gods...
He's not how I pictured Chiron to look, and not because he's black, before anybody says anything. He looks more, I don't know, professor-y. I always kind of, I like, oh God, what's his name? Anthony Head in the second movie is kind of closer to what I imagine Chiron to look like, because he's got kind of a hybrid professor slash, I don't know, like he would know how to kill you with his bare hands kind of vibe going. But man, his voice is just so good for Chiron.
Heaven's store for you?
So good.
I'll tell you.
Percy, the stories I have told you about...
Casting's great so far.
They are real.
Like anybody who's read these books, look at this lady and tell me she does not look like Sally Jackson, man. So good.
This is crazy.
You are a half-blood and half...
Camp looks so good. Like, that's exactly how I pictured it, right? That's so good. So much better than the stupid movie version. It looked like a set. It looked like a set with some establishing shots that might have been on location. Also very excited about this, that we're going to have official Camp Half-Blood t-shirt merchandise soon. Because, you know, I love to get me... I'm going to love to get me one of those. I should be able to tell which cabins are which, but I don't know. I'm not that smart.
Half-bloods
I was just like...
are not safe.
This is just like an...
Everything has been
That's just like... Let's go back to that for a second. That's just like a normal-ass looking group of kids, right? That's so good. Makes me wonder, though... I need to look this up real quick. Yeah, is that her right there? Looks like it could be, but like the lighting and, you know, the hair and makeup are different. I'm a little face blind too, so it's a little hard for me sometimes. That looks like her. She is not how I pictured Clarice at all. Like, I know they're supposed to look young here because they're kids, right? But like, give me a big girl with muscles. Seriously, come on, guys.
Are not safe in the world.
Everything has been training for what's still ahead of you.
Grover is good though.
Hold on.
That looks like it'd be so fun. And then the lake and stuff, like it looks like a summer camp, right? And we're seeing shots of locations we never saw in the movies, which is always a good sign, right?
Your father needs...
The cabin looks good. Looks like a cabin that's trying to be a Greek palace, right?
your help. the Master Bolt has been stolen. If you don't return the bolt,
His eyes are perfect.
there will be war.
Yeah, that's Clarice. Because there's her spear. I mean, okay, she's a she seems like a very nice young lady. But she looks nothing like Clarice to me. It's gonna take some getting used to. Like, she's got the attitude's good. Don't get me wrong. The attitude, she seems like she's got the attitude for it. But I mean, give me a chunky Clarice. Come on, because they got the girl who played the noteworthily attractive blonde girl from Hunger Games to play Clarice in the Sea of Monsters movie. And then made her way more sympathetic than she was that early on. And I'm just worried they're gonna do something like that here. But also okay, so this might be a controversial thought about the books. Percy's a child at this point, and children often think in very simplistic terms. And so maybe if he doesn't like somebody, he might think of them as being big and ugly, right? As an excuse for maybe the author using that as shorthand for a character being unsavory. Before he matured, he's matured a lot as a writer and a person since he wrote Lightning Thief. But since it is from Percy's perspective, maybe now we're seeing something that is less filtered through Percy's perspective, and so these people look more like just people rather than what a child who's been bullied his entire life would think of as his villain, you know.
There will be war.
Spear looks good. The armor looks great. Doesn't look like they're wearing costumes like they did in the movies. That's nice.
Is your quest. I know it sounds
Love that they're using this song too.
but you won't be alone.
There he is as Chiron. There's Dionysus. He looks like Dionysus. I don't know what else to say. He's Dionysus. His character in oh God, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Okay, I mean, his character in Brooklyn Nine-Nine could have almost been an incarnation of Dionysus anyway. He was that off the rails. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. You got the Greek style architecture mixed with the camp aesthetic, and the Greek stuff looks all old and weathered because this has been here for a long time now, and it's in use. It's still in use, right?
A quest is always undertaken.
Annabeth, I'm really excited about Annabeth. I've seen some stuff, some of the stuff with the main three interacting on the press tours and stuff, and she seems like she's delightful. So I'm really looking forward to her version of Annabeth.
Always undertaken by three.
Demigods.
Look how good they look together, right? Look at that. This is when Ares is approaching, obviously. Just looks so good. That's them, right? It's not exactly how they're described in the books. His hair should be darker. She's more of a Valley Girl type in the books, and Grover, they never mentioned anything about him being a brown kid. But that's still them, right? It's so good.
Process reality different.
The hat.
We gotta figure out what you're good at.
Oh, is that Luke?
Good at.
Hold on. Yeah. He looks good too.
We gotta figure out what you're good at.
Not that.
Should I try again?
No!
There's no place for me here.
Well, that's pretty.
Still don't get where you fit into all this. We were sent on a quest by the gods. What do you think, it would be easy?
Oh, she's so badass.
Welcome.
Okay, that's interesting. This is the Lotus Hotel.
Demigods, welcome.
Did the staff at the Lotus acknowledge that they were demigods when they showed up in the book? I don't remember that. I'm pretty sure they just thought it was a regular hotel and nobody really acknowledged anything supernatural at all until, they realized the supernatural angle of it. Is this somewhere in the underworld? This might be. Looks cool.
Demigod, welcome.
Hey, Lin-Manuel. And the Minotaur. Oh God, the Minotaur. Look how chunky he is. Casting Edge as Ares was an inspired choice too. No, turn all the way back on. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I gotta reconnect my Windows. What's his real name? Edge? I don't know. Don't stop doing that. I don't like how much more easily YouTube switches to full screen now, and I don't like that if you like click on the video and hold it down, it starts moving at 2 times speed. That's stupid. YouTube, stop doing that. Go back to this. Can't really get a good shot at him because of the emotion. But like, man, what a great choice. And supposedly,
I'm not leaving you. Percy,
Hold fast.
God, she's perfect. She's just perfect, man. But he seems.
You don't even need a sword.
Hold on, I gotta look up his name now. Adam Copeland. Okay. Casting him is just perfect because he looks like Ares, man. Like just straight up, he looks like Ares as he's pictured or as he's described in the book. And apparently he's just been real good with the kids the whole time, just like palling around with the kids. But I think it's cool. Ooh, that's the Chimera.
I'm gonna need a sword.
Okay, so this is one of those. This is in the what is it, the Seattle Arch, I think. This is one of those scenes that it's hard for me to picture in a book because it's like relatively big stunts happening with a big creature in a narrow space. This, man, let's watch that again. Hold on. Using the curve of the arch for the slow reveal, and the way the action is happening here, like, man, they're realizing it way better than I expected them to. 2-episode premiere, okay. I'm really excited about that. That looks good. Like, there were some questions about the quality of the CG earlier in like when they were releasing stuff earlier. People were like, "Oh no, it's not the final CG. Don't worry, they'll shore it up." It looks like they've shored it up. It looks really stinking good. The scene where he fights Ares, the background of that one does look kind of like a green screen, but like that's not where our focus is going to be in that scene. Our focus is going to be on the fight, Percy fighting a literal god. Very excited about that. I will not be watching it on Disney Plus though. That's what I was talking about earlier. I don't want to get into it, man, because it's so depressing. But Disney's really pissing me off right now. They're making some real questionable choices in how they impact the world around them, and I'm mad about it. A lot of other people are mad about it too, and I'm not even going to be coy about it this time. Pirate this show. If you find me on Tumblr, which I'll probably just copy the description from another video for this. So my Tumblr, my link to my Tumblr should be down there. Go to the description of this. Find me on Tumblr. Ask me where I go to pirate media. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the state of the world right now, the choices some of these corporations are making, pirating media is entirely ethical at this point. So just do it. I mean, I'm gonna get roasted for saying that probably, but I mean it's as far as I'm concerned, an objective truth, man. The show looks fantastic though, and it kind of bums me out that it is coming from Disney. I mean, this is a Disney property anyway, because I just don't like Disney anymore to begin with, and I wonder if Rick would be working with Disney to produce this if he didn't kind of have to, because they kind of own the property. I can't imagine he would be. He doesn't seem the type. But, use those Disney bucks to give us something actually worth looking forward to. I'm pretty excited about it. Looks good. I don't know what else to say. The Lightning Thief is an interesting beast because it's not like Percy's stupid about Greek mythology. It's just he's got all these people in his life telling him it's important that he know it, but he's a kid. He doesn't believe them, right? But there's this mystery, like us as the reader, we can tell that something's up. If the adults in his life are wanting him to learn as much as possible about Greek mythology, then something's up, because then there's the mystery of that. And then we get the answer, but that drives us directly into the next mystery of like who his father is, and why everybody is being so, I don't know, like almost careful around him, like they're walking on eggshells. There's the question of what this means for who he is, and what form his life is going to take going forward. And then there's the like mystery specific to the plot of this specific story. And they all just kind of flow one into the other, with each answer asking more questions in a very natural and satisfactory way. And like the mysteries aren't that hard to figure out. We know what book we're reading, so like obviously the people around him want him to learn Greek stuff because he's a demigod. He has an affinity for water, so obviously his father's Poseidon. But like it's a kid's book, first of all. And also, like, the fact that it's kind of obvious who his dad is, for example, adds to the world, because the people at the camp aren't stupid enough not to realize that, or at least start to. But their unwillingness to suggest it out loud speaks to how sensitive the subject is. And it's very well woven together. And I don't know that the show's going to focus on that stuff as much as the book did, because this stuff is known now. Percy Jackson is as a franchise is a phenomenon now. People know those things. But like they could easily shift from like confused Percy's perspective and playing it like a mystery towards like the drama of the specific situations, and I'm really excited to see how they handle that. It looks very good. I really hope it's as good as it looks. I'm very excited. What do you guys think though of this trailer, specifically of the project in general, of everything that we've seen about it so far? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. Check out the description of the video like I suggested earlier. My books are down there too. You can follow a link to where you can pick up my books. I really appreciate it if you did that. In the meantime, though, yeah, I'm definitely going to be covering this show when it drops. In the meantime, though, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.